Welcome back to Clockwise Crypto, where we help you move forward towards financial freedom in the crypto space. Today, we're going to be talking about Biden's new executive order on crypto. Stay tuned. So, going over what was said in this Biden executive order, which has been bullish for crypto, let's dive in to what's going on here. So, we look at the presidential executive order on cryptocurrencies. We can see here that they're saying that Janet Yellen inadvertently published remarks revealed to Biden's impending crypto order, and that it would take a constructive approach to digital assets. So we didn't know what was going to happen with the Biden executive order. They just knew it was coming. There was a lot of fear in the market, which we saw the fear indicator the other day, and no one knew what they were going to say. Everyone was expecting just a crypto ban, but we see here that has been different from anything that I've seen when it comes to anticipating the report and the order that was going to be coming out. Under the executive order, the Treasury will partner with colleagues to produce a report on the future of money and payment systems. The U.S. Treasury Secretary was talking about, and they're saying that Janet Yellen inadvertently published remarks revealed President Biden's crypto order, and I just don't think that there's any leaks like that are not on purpose. I don't think at that level anything's accidental. I think these people own crypto. That's just my opinion. I think they stirred up a lot of fear and didn't deny and knew the fear was in the market. I think they own crypto. That's just my opinion. But so let's dive into what's going on. As Bitcoin did rise after that leak, we'll call it, based on the remarks, it's a positive cause for coordinated and comprehensive approach to the digital asset policy that will support responsible innovation. The Winklevoss twins tweeted. They're applauding that a constructive approach, and really what we can look at is what's all included in this executive order. So looking at the executive order here, the measures of focus are 6 key areas. Key areas are consumer protection, financial stability, illicit activity, U.S. competitiveness, and financial inclusion and responsible innovation. So Biden pretty much said that they want to explore the digital version of the dollar. So, and they want to examine the risks and the benefits of cryptocurrency. So that's huge news. And as we can see, looking at Bitcoin, before we dive into the executive order, that's huge news. We see a big spike here, huge bullish news, nothing but bullish candles all across the board from that news. We can see here a little bit of a double bottom right here. A little bit of a double bottom right here on the 2-hour time frame, but huge news. Nothing but bullish activity ever since that leak, per se. Going back to the executive order, we see here that the key things to know, they want to protect consumers. So that's the biggest thing. We see that seems to be the reason behind Coinbase and pretty much the centralized agencies wanting to block accounts or restrict accounts because they want to protect. So that's something to be mindful of when we look at governments getting involved in crypto. And we don't want to, the reason for crypto is to get our ownership back, right? So we don't want to take away from that just to collaborate with the government. Crypto was built to bring the power back to the people, and we want to make sure that we still do that, and that's something that we definitely want to pay attention to. So diving in, illicit activity, which is another key area for Biden's executive order. The president has called for unprecedented focus and coordinated action from federal agencies mitigating illicit finance and national security risks imposed by cryptocurrencies. Last month, U.S. officials seized $3.6 billion worth of Bitcoin, which was the biggest seizure of cryptocurrencies ever. compared to the related 2016 hack of crypto exchange Bitfinex. And then following Russia's invasion of Ukraine, authorities are now concerned about the possible use of crypto in helping sanctioned Russian individuals and companies evade the restrictions, which we talked about yesterday when we talked about Coinbase. So it's one of those, we have to be careful when we can't allow the government to just be able to decide who they're going to protect or decide, we're going to restrict this account. That's similar to MetaMask situation. We've been talking about this for the past 4 days. When we look at the ability for centralized agencies to pull the plug on your assets. If that was the case, there's no reason to be in crypto. So just remember that. And then I think this is still good news. Don't get me wrong. It's good news that they're even considering it. But I think America's put in a position where you have to. It's either adapt or die. You have to take seriously that the world is evolving and cryptocurrency is not going anywhere. Climate change. So Biden talked about climate change, talked about Bitcoin relying and using a lot of energy. Policymakers that have raised alarm bells for policymakers around the world, with China even banning crypto mining completely last year. That move led to exodus of crypto miners from the country to U.S. and other countries such as Kazakhstan. U.S. competitiveness, like I said, in order to compete, you got to start adapting. You got to start adopting cryptocurrency. And one thing that they're looking at is the digital dollar. And this is going to be interesting because right now you can't just come into crypto and expect to be able to just print tokens out of thin air. So that's going to be interesting, the digital dollar. Or, if they make the digital dollar, best believe it's going to be centralized. Best believe they're going to be able to pull the plug on that dollar. So that's something, it's good news, but just be mindful that probably is going to come along with it. If you want to send U.S. digital dollars somewhere, they might have to sign off on that transaction. So, but this is good news. This is good news, but I think that the government is put in a position where you have to adopt and you have to adapt to what's changing. You can't stick to the old system because people are not sticking to the old system. So it comes as China led the charge towards digital banking, digital currencies, with more and more people using smartphones and making payments and handle their finances. Biden isn't saying whether U.S. should launch its own digital currency. Rather, he's calling governments to place urgency on the research and development of a CBDC. So, a central bank digital currency, CBDC. So that's something that is coming. It's good news, but just remember the motive, remember the intention behind it. I think America is put in a position where you have to, because they're realizing that this isn't just a trend, this isn't a fad, this is happening. So it's beneficial for the government to do that. Will I touch the CBDC? Probably not. Probably not. Just because I like the control, I like decentralization, and based on the track record of what they've done with fiat currency and just being able to print it, I can't see it being a profitable play for me. I can't see it being a beneficial play for me personally, and basically on our vision here at Clockwise Crypto. But we'll see. I'm not gonna throw it completely off the table, but we will see. So crypto investors appear to agree. Prices of Bitcoin surged 42,000. This is good news. The SEC threatened Coinbase with legal action over a product similar to BlockFi's, which offered users interest payments on crypto holdings. That is something that a new policy agenda removes a key source of uncertainty for an industry that has already been rocked by numerous regulatory hiccups and scandals. So this is good news. This is good news overall. We will see what is to come with this. Right now, this is pretty broad. pretty broad, but this is definitely good news to see that pretty much the U.S. President Joe Biden signed an executive order, not just completely banning it, completely marketing illegal. This is good for the market, and as we can see here, looking at the charts, a lot of bullish momentum right now. There was an inverted head and shoulders on the 4-hour time frame right now. We see right here, and we go to the daily, super bullish, huge bullish candle, not breaking this support here in hopes to break above 45,000. If we can get to 46,000, I think we would see a massive change in trend. But like I said, I definitely believe that U.S. officials own crypto. I'm convinced. As soon as I read that it said Janet Yellen's inadvertently published remarks revealed that Joe Biden's impending crypto order would take constructive approach in regulatory digital asset industry. As soon as I saw the word inadvertently, I immediately thought they own crypto. So that's what I think, and you guys can let me know what you think in the comments. But this is great news for the industry, but I think it will come with strings attached. I think it will come with some centralized practices, but I do think it is necessary when we talk about moving forward and growing within the crypto space. Those of us that have been around since 2017 have seen a lot of back and forth when it comes to legitimizing this space. So seeing this and how they're taking a look at it, not just completely slashing it and banning it, is huge, huge news. I'm excited to dig into this more and see month after month and see what exactly is going to come of this. But I'm very excited to see the steps moving forward. But I'm also cautious to see what was going to happen as a result of that coming from the government. So let me know what you think in the comment sections. Please like, subscribe to the channel, and please give me your feedback. What do you think about this? And we'll see what the future holds. I'll talk to you soon.